Okay, we've entered an area just west of the area, the Jebel Maqla itself. We're at elevation about 2,000 feet and maybe 3 clicks off road. Jebel Maqla would be in that direction. The way I'm looking right at this moment, almost due east from us. And there's just this open valley here. I'm up on a ridge where I can look down into the basin, and I just slowly swing around here and just pass north, working my way due east back toward the Red Sea, there in that direction. We're working our way up a wadi. Okay, heading to the south, and there we see some Bedouin folks right there. A little sheep herding. Peaceful, real quiet. Hear a lot of doves off in the background. Okay, trying to get my bearings, get some compass headings going here, and my dear lovely wife down there plucking around in some rocks. And we're going to continue right in that direction right there. Okay, we're exactly due west of the highest part of Sinai, or Jebel Maqla, and there's an area here. It's kind of a rocky terrain, but there was a lot of activity in here at one time. That kind of reminded me of a monument that I had seen before, and we spotted that from quite a distance away. All that rubble that you see there was attempted dwellings, and I'll swing around here. You can see they're quite extensive. Back on the ridge there, I actually passed a site where, when I looked at it, I said, well, that's an ancient well, because it looked like it had been covered in a building here, a square, well-placed stone there. Coming around that corner, that's a big wadi, and then you get along this granite massif right here to our right. That's going up the sides of Sinai. It's pretty foreboding, to say the least, because it's very difficult to for us to try to scale the side of that thing. We throw an easier way up, of course. Now we're going to spend about 30-40 minutes maybe in here, walk around to these sites and just take some pictures of the things that are more interesting in here, and some video. Penny has gone down a little crevice here. It looks like there was a stream running through it. Now I'm going to work my way over the ridge, and I'll join her in exploring some of this terrain. Also, I'll climb up on top there. I want to get a photo from this side of those two massive stones that are set up there. Okay, we're up at about 300 feet above where we were, and almost at the same elevation this formation is at. This site has a certain historical value to it. If they had come up straight toward Sinai, they would have come into this area, and this is coming through this channel down here. You can see that wadi off in the distance right there. That comes around to that area when there's a big Bedouin settlement. You can see it right there. Then up to this area where we're sitting at. Now, I'm going to zoom in on some sites as we came up the road right along in there. Okay, the buildings and remains of some activity. Where our truck's parked. A cluster of buildings right there. Looking due west. I seem to be having a little problem with my orientation for some reason. Maybe it's the flying and the excitement of being here. Possibly coupled with the lack of sleep. I don't see anything on there. We don't see any petroglyphs. This is really would be a poor area for trying to find something in the way of a petroglyph. Other than that V-looking thing right there. What? Well, I know we can't see it real good, but is it a moose or is it a bee? That is the standing argument at the moment. Not that we ever argue about anything. But
you're talking about the little bitty tiny thing?
Oh, see, here we go. We hadn't even figured out what we're looking at yet, see?
Wait. What it looks like is a bee facing the moose.
Oh, you're looking at the little bitty thing. I'm looking at the big thing.
Well, I am too. Look at your birds up there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're ate up with it today. And,
I never rock his notebook. Come on, let's go.
Oh, we're extrapolating at the moment. In a what if, the rock, the flow of water, because we're standing basically on the top of this little range, and there seems to have been a tremendous amount of water flow, almost like a stream pouring out of here, in part to just be the runoff, the results of the runoff from this just little rain flow coming on top of this thing. Seems highly unlikely. Is that an artifact? No. Piece of quartz, apparently. Kind of real rubbly. Signs and wonders. Anything we can find. Alright, we couldn't stand it anymore. We had to climb up, get just a little bit closer. God, give us an opportunity to come out here, and we are going to use it to explore every possible niche, cranny, whatever. Obviously water flowed off of this area at one time. You see the cuts in the granite there, ridges, and it starts to fall. Would have flowed down, cascading like a waterfall. See how it worked its way down to the right there, and then straight down in that direction there, going on down the hill. Extensive valley over there, and a greater expanse there. From here, you could have seen people coming for literally miles and miles and miles. Now, my dear wife has disappeared. Let me see what's happened. Oh, yeah.
This was smashed down up in this crack.
Doesn't like getting right in the middle of things, huh? Leave no crack or crevice unexplored. It's, Wait, what are you doing? You going on down?
I'm going right through here to look in here.
Okay.
There's another crack. What am I doing? I'm exploring.
Well, I'm not going through there.
I'm not an archaeologist. I'm not sure about this, but I know that water does not wear down rock nearly as quickly as it wears down through a wadi, and this is rock. It's of a granite type rock. It's very hollow sounding when you clack on it. But if this were a rock that were struck, there's a big groove out here and a smooth groove out on the left side there that would appear water washed, much as sandstone is water washed. If it were just falling off, you can look up higher and see where chunks fall off. It leaves a very
very distinct looking mark.
very distinct looking thing, but up here it looks as though water was gushing out, especially and particularly on that side.
Yeah.
The camera here. And then further
washed
here,
around. Washed around this area.
there's
here.
a channel.
There's a massive flow.
There's a literal channel here that is cut out by something. I'm not saying it was the water, but it certainly could be a water flow.
Yeah.
And right up out of the center of here, this could be an underwater spring up underneath the center of here that God caused to bubble up. There's a definite appearance of a rock channel cut down here if you'll get down here a little closer. And you can see where it curved off to the right and then again off to the left. And it's kind of interesting because there's a valley looking down there and a natural wadi flow that goes all the way off that way. And several channels. You can't see it till you get around the corner here. And several channels that way. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And how it curved off to either side. And then look down there in that valley. See the natural water channels? See, there's a water channel going off that way and one going off that way. And then there's a depression here. I don't know what that is. That almost looks man-made.
Where?
If you'll notice right out this way. It's kind of symmetrical to be a natural water course. But you can also, from this vantage point, see the settlements down here, too.
Yeah, you get a good look at the...
Real good look at the settlements.
This is an arid area. Very dry. A water hole in this site would be a very precious commodity, that's for sure. Be well worth fighting over. Okay, I'm just looking up over in that ridge.
See if we can get down that way and go to those dwellings first, then make our way back over through that series and back to the truck.
Okay, up on this hill over here, there's an area right up there that's got some different color stone, which we may work our way over to that and take a look. Okay. Just down off at the basin, right below this thing we're calling the monument. My wife over there taking photos. She was making some comments about the formation of some of the rocks at the base of that circle there. That hut that she's looking at. Now I'm standing around the base of this. Well, you can't see them with the white out, but here, this thing was pretty flat on top. Around the base of it, some stones were piled up, and I just climbed up and I'm standing on it. There's a cutout here, strange shape to it, not very deep necessarily. Just
This is incredible right here.
Standing here, just take a look back up at the monument. The stone right in front of the crack from this side. You can see there's a pillar there. Well, to be honest with you, we have no earthly idea what we stumbled onto, what the history of this location may or may not be. Yeah. Okay, let me just look here. I had mentioned that there's obviously some rocks piled up. Just kind of done a search in there. I don't see anything. Better go find out what she's doing before she levels the whole place here. Had to do that once, make sure we get to hear the lens cap popping off. But what my wife has pointed out here is that this wall, or this corner, this is a cornerstone of this building around here, or whatever it was, flattened out area. It's fairly large. You see the stones were placed to the point where they would form a nice square wall there.
And if you'll come around this side, you'll follow it down
then,
this way, you'll see
and then this way,
another corner,
okay.
your perfect corner.
I'm gonna go down there and check this out.
You follow the, see, it's still in perfect form here.
Yeah.
And to this corner, and then it continues on.
Okay, I see something on this particular stone.
Yeah, there's
What is
several of
that?
them like that.
Is that a glaze on there?
No, it's like what you find the petroglyphs on. There's another one like it on the other side. And there's no petroglyphs visible here.
Anyway.
The type stone also used to be down here. On this side.
I don't know. Yeah.
You come take a look over here. So it's obvious that stones were carried.
Pretty well placed, wasn't it?
It seems to have this almost square shape.
Of any of the ones that are out here.
Yeah. There's also, what did I do with them? I found several other of those brilliant green stones. They're all appearance.
Penny had made an interesting observation that I've got to cover. Wow, it sounded like thunder off in the distance. Was that thunder? It looked like the flow came right past this area. Okay, and there's that formation we just looked at. And then right on the other side, there was also another flow. And both of them coming down off this ridge right here. Excuse me, that ridge right up in there. So she'd have come down, kind of split up the flow, and it came down the basin. Okay. Let me poke around a couple of these. I'll continue rolling. Buildings of antiquity. Let's say buildings of antiquity. This is round stones, or stones placed where they'd be around an area. Looks like they go down a ways there. I can't imagine this being a building. See how they're kind of piled up. I don't think it's a well. That could be a well, but it doesn't show any depth at all. Okay, this would be another squared off formation here. Okay, you see how the stones are cut there. And you can see now, right between the pillars. As you saw earlier, the size of those things, they're quite enormous. The footage may seem to be repetitious, but I'll take as much as I can while I'm here, because you never ever know what circumstances may befall us or coming back in the future. So I'll enjoy this. I don't want to have to regret saying, well, you should have got this, or you should have got that, or you should have looked here or looked there. We have incredibly 4 whole days to research and just have fun out here. And we shall. Okay. Laid up in that thing, so could be fairly recent.
Let's go down this water course.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk down it here. There's an exacting line. I mean, perfect.
Yeah.
One stone after another. Here. And they make a perfect corner right here.
Okay, yeah, and they come
I
on
mean,
down.
they're laid like bricks.
I'm actually standing on top of one of these buildings where I'm at now. I'm gonna look around here and see what this looks like. Hadn't found any artifacts. But we're continuing to look. Okay. Well, I do want to say we're from the monument now. We're almost due north, maybe 100 yards, I guess. Yeah, about 100 yards. Distances out here seem to be kind of deceiving. Okay, this one is a circular wall.
Yeah, it's still going up.
Yeah, this is still intact. And remember, right over Penny's Head there, and that range is just this side of Jebel Laws. The peak of Jebel Laws is probably not more than 1 kilometer due east from where I'm standing. There's the monument. So you're standing right in the middle of it?
I'm standing in the middle of it.
Yeah, it looks like the road, all the stones are falling in and the road kind of swiped off that side. No, you can still see it's the circular stones here going on around.
This one's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I see that.
It's very much like that building on the opposite side of Jebel Laws.
That's right.
The circular. And you can see evidence of the circular pattern of this one.
Yeah. But smaller. That one is smaller. Okay. Yeah. Obviously a pretty well established settlement in here at one time. Some more remains. There's another circular building around here. Here's one with squared off walls. And I'm going to pan down the valley. Is that one round or square there?
This one's round.
Round.
And it's still in real good shape. And the squareness of this one is still real visible. It's several layers high here.
Look at the size of these stones they use.
Yeah, I mean, these look hewn.
Yeah.
These look hewn because those are definite cornerstones.
Yeah, that's
And
a
when you come on down to this other side,
chiseled block.
no doubt about that. Move down this side. See? Here we get a real good shot of the cornerstone down here. I don't know why they'd make one square and one circular,
I don't either.
but they sure do. There seems to be a
Unless-
square one and a circular one.
Almost seems like there's a pattern to this, huh? Each one we found round. Yeah, I
Maybe
see
they
it.
were guard towers, pillars.
Well, they could have been.
What's a what? Oh, look.
Oh yeah, how about
Let's see on
that?
the inside of this. Stupid.
I just take a quick poke in there so the light don't show up. It's not very
Grave,
deep.
maybe?
Only a couple feet.
Well,
I don't know. We're looking at something that's, well, it's hard to say. It's a strategic point in certain ways. This building here seems to be of a later vintage, maybe. It's about 500 yards from the monument. That's just what I'm calling it. And it's got some real clean work to it. Clean lines. But this is heavily labored. It had substantial walls on this thing at one time. Hammer and chisel work and entranceway. So a great deal of activity here. We're up on a ridge, so this would have been a nice strategic location. Would have kept traffic down to a minimum coming through here.
I don't think this was recent. Do you?
I say it's the most recent of all the ones we've looked at so far. That's all. Just the most recent.
Did you look on inside down here? There's been several holes.
I believe that's a probably a home.
Home, this one?
Well, or some type of.
There's another one over there by that rock. Have you gone over there and looked at that one?
No, I didn't. I just headed for the hills.
Listen.